everything is all fun and games until someone gets hurt. That's what I want to talk about in this video. I want to talk about the dark side of real estate. Everybody always talks about the good and says how great it is and how much money you can make, but people don't really talk about the bad things that go on. And so that's what I want to do in this video. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, my name is Chastin J. Miles and I'm a real estate agent here out of Dallas, Texas. And on my YouTube channel, I just like to share my experiences, best practices, tips, tricks, everything as it relates to real estate. So if that's what you're into, go ahead and click the subscribe button below because I would love to have you a part of my realtor network. I don't know if you all know this, but I do have a lot of free content on my website. If you just go to chastinjmiles.com, you can join my mailing list, and I also have like a lot of free coaching on my website, all that kind of stuff. So definitely check that out. I'll put the link down in the description. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into the dark side of being a real estate agent. Okay, so these are 4 things that people really don't talk about, but they happen every single day. And that's why I wanted to create this list of the dark side of real estate, because I wanted to bring some things that aren't really talked about to the forefront so you can know things that could potentially happen to you. The first thing is you can get sued. And honestly, you can get sued for just about anything. A client could be having a bad day and want to sue you. But some of the most common ways happen to be related to transactions. So money. Everybody sues about money. If there's an obligation in the contract that the buyer was supposed to do or that the seller was supposed to do, and somehow you've gotten caught up in it as the agent because it becomes this big he said, she said, or I told you to do this and you didn't do this, or we gave you this and you didn't deliver it. Anything can turn into a lawsuit. So it's very important for you not to really cut corners and for you to kind of do things by the book, because you never know if something is going to come up that can literally challenge your license or cost you and your broker a lot of money. So lawsuits, they happen all the time, and that's part of the dark side of real estate. Next, it's important to know that you are disposable. And there is literally like zero loyalty sometimes in this business. Clients can fire you, your broker can fire you, you can fire somebody else, a team member can leave you. I mean, there is just no security when it comes to working with other people in this business. You're out on your own. And so you can get fired for just about anything. Again, like I was talking about getting sued, if your client wakes up on the wrong side of the bed one day, or they feel that you haven't been doing a good job, they can want to fire you. And it doesn't matter how much money you've put into the listing. It doesn't matter how many homes you've driven them around to see. They can up and say, I don't want to work with you anymore and you're fired, or we don't think you're good at your job, so you're fired. You're very disposable. Don't think that people are going to be loyal to you. Even in a sense of team members, you know, they can get offered a better gig somewhere else, or someone could hang a dangling carrot in front of their face and offer them 25 cents more than you're paying them, and they'll leave. Like, it's just not as loyal as one may think it is. Number 3, people can steal from you. And I'm not just talking about stealing money out of a cash register. I'm talking about stealing deals, stealing commissions, stealing clients. Like, people aren't loyal. I just said that. Agents aren't loyal. People do it all the time. You could be talking to somebody, and next thing you know, they're working with a buddy of yours, and you introduce them. You know, there's just nothing that says they can't do that. It all comes down to if you have certain documents signed. That way, people can't really steal from you. But for the most part, people, they don't think that they have to get these documents signed, or they don't think that that agent would ever do anything like that. Or you can put all this money into a listing, and the listing expire, someone else signs it, and it sells the first day. Now, they didn't do anything because they didn't have time to do it. You think that they're going to share with you any of that commission for all that marketing you put out there for that listing? Nope. It's straight up stealing money from you. But that's a whole nother situation. But just know that things aren't yours unless you have it signed on the dotted line that this belongs to you, and that's that. Number 4, people can really show their true colors, and people can really turn ugly when there's money involved. And I'm mostly saying this from a personal level. When you're dealing with friends, when you're dealing with family, other agents who you thought were your friends, y'all, when money gets involved, like, things change and people change, and some people that you thought would never do certain things to you end up doing it. Some people that you thought would never say certain things to you end up saying it. It just blows my mind sometimes how money can really affect people and how it can completely change them as a person. When you're dealing with friends and family, it can literally ruin your relationship with them. So be careful about that, because so many agents, including myself, have done deals with people very close to us, and unfortunately we're not that close anymore because of one reason or another. People can turn on you, and it's very surprising, but it happens day in and day out. Another part of the dark side of real estate. The last thing, and this may seem like an obvious if you've watched any of my other videos, is you can go broke. You can go broke very quickly in this business. There is a million and one things coming at you all the time for you to spend money on. Even you trying to market a listing and trying to pull out all the stops, you can go broke. You can spend thousands of dollars marketing a listing and that listing not sell, and you lose it all. You can spend hundreds of dollars taking clients around and buying gifts and taking them to dinners and buying lunches, and that client ends up not even purchasing a property. You can spend all this money on getting advertisements, getting lead sources, getting websites, running Facebook ads to bring in business, and you never bring in any business. There are so many ways that you can go broke in this business, and it may seem like an investment, but it's not being smart with your money that causes you to go broke. So be careful on falling for the okie doke. If you want more tips like this, be sure to click the subscribe button and also join my mailing list, chasinjmiles.com/join. I release things like this through my email list all the time. So if that's what you're into, go ahead and join that. I'd love to keep this conversation going, so let me know down in the comments if you've personally experienced any one of these, or which one of these scares you the most. Until next time, I'm Chasin J Miles, and I will talk to you soon.